Revealing your pain can sometimes lead to others wanting to harm you. While it doesn't always occur, there's a tendency in some people to derive pleasure from others' suffering, or even to exacerbate it. This inclination towards sadism and envy is unfortunately common and can impede personal growth in various life areas, be it professionally, socially, or within the family. Hence, learning to conceal your vulnerabilities can paradoxically become a strength. Picture yourself as a tree during a storm. Leaves may rustle and branches may sway, but the trunk stands firm, anchored to the earth. This image exemplifies the silent resilience we aim to cultivate. We will discuss how appearing unaffected by external or internal troubles can make you stronger. Each challenge is an opportunity to emulate the tree, not denying the storm, but choosing not to let it overpower you while mastering your response to challenges. You become the architect of your destiny, unshakable and calm amidst turmoil. This video will explore 18 Stoic principles from Epictetus, a celebrated philosopher you might already be familiar with. In addition, we will delve into self-knowledge, understanding that true strength emanates not from the roar of thunder, but from the quiet light guiding your path. In the upcoming minutes, focus your attention on the content, setting aside everyday distractions. Let's begin. Principle 1. Listening more than speaking. The first principle emphasizes the importance of listening more than speaking. Have you ever pondered why we have 2 ears but only 1 mouth? Epictetus believed this wasn't a mere coincidence, but a deliberate design, urging us not to be enamored with our voice, but to value the voices of others. We grow and learn not by constantly repeating our thoughts, but by absorbing the words of those around us. Starting today, focus more on listening to others than asserting your own opinions. Principle 2. Anticipating adversity. A major source of anxiety is the fear of encountering misfortunes in the future. We worry about various potential crises like family troubles, job loss, relationship issues, or financial ruin. This constant fear of different problems each day leads to ongoing stress. Epictetus suggests a radical yet effective approach. Imagine these feared events have already occurred. This mindset helps in developing coping strategies to face challenges confidently. Principle 3. Embracing failure as a path to progress. We often go to great lengths to avoid being seen as foolish, but Epictetus offers a different perspective. He sees being considered foolish as an opportunity for significant professional and personal growth. Stoicism teaches that true improvement is not an immediate response, but the outcome of a lengthy process of trial and error. It is through our mistakes that we refine ourselves and move closer to excellence. Principle 4. The Perils of Wealth. This principle cautions us about the pitfalls associated with the pursuit of wealth. The fortune we often seek carries a burden that few can escape. It's not just about those who might suddenly appear, feigning friendship to gain from our wealth. The real danger lies in how money can change people, often adversely. Once we acquire this sought-after asset, we discover aspects of ourselves previously unknown. It's at this point that our spirit risks corruption, as the allure of wealth can lead to a deterioration of moral values. Principle 5. Diversifying Hope. This principle advocates for the importance of not pinning all our hopes on a single aspiration. Fortunately, as human beings, we are naturally inclined towards diversity. There's no need to focus all our expectations on just one dream, as failure in that sole endeavor could be crushing. Epictetus encourages us to chase multiple dreams, thereby significantly boosting our prospects for success by spreading our hopes across various goals. Principle 6. Mindfulness of Mortality. This principle reminds us to always be conscious of the inevitability of death at the end of our journey. This is not a call to pessimism, but rather an awareness that death is the ultimate culmination of all our actions and endeavors. Keeping this in mind, we might reassess how we allocate our finite time. For instance, considering whether dedicating 20 years of our life to saving for a house which we can't take with us in death is truly worthwhile. Just as we carry essential items in our daily life, like a phone, credit cards, and a toothbrush, it could be beneficial to carry a small notebook filled with Stoic principles. With these teachings at hand, we no longer view setbacks as misfortunes or life as an endless span of time at our disposal. Instead, we gain a more realistic perspective of our existence, leading us to utilize our time more effectively and meaningfully. Principle 7. True wealth in contentment. This principle, rooted in Stoic thought, posits that true wealth is found in a contented spirit. Epictetus, a proponent of Stoicism, had his own interpretation of happiness, famously stating that a wise person does not grieve for what they don't have, but rejoices in what they do. This statement is more than just a philosophical musing. It's practical advice to shift our focus away from lamenting unattained riches. By dwelling on what we lack, we forfeit precious moments of joy that could be spent appreciating what we've already accomplished. Our ability to recognize and value our current blessings is key. Therefore, wealth, in its truest sense, is synonymous with happiness. Principle 8. Embracing humility and learning. The 8th principle emphasizes the importance of integrating humility into our lives, especially in the context of learning. Epictetus advocates for the idea that to truly learn, one must first acknowledge the limits of their current understanding. This approach requires setting aside the pride of presumed knowledge and adopting the mindset that we have much to learn. By embracing humility, we can view the world with a childlike perspective, filled with both a sense of wonder and an eagerness to absorb new information. This attitude not only enriches our learning experience, but also brings us closer to genuine knowledge and understanding. Principle 9. Rethinking Guilt. The 9th principle regards guilt as akin to a plague. Epictetus' perspective, which informs modern therapeutic approaches, treats guilt as a sentiment to be eliminated. He posited that narrow-minded individuals tend to blame others. Average people blame themselves, but the wise view all guilt as senseless. The challenge with guilt is that it offers a seemingly easy way out by assigning blame to others or ourselves. We dodge the responsibility of rectifying our errors. Hence, falling into the trap of guilt is tempting yet unproductive. Overcoming guilt requires strong determination and the ability to take responsibility without succumbing to self-blame. It's about recognizing our mistakes and learning from them without letting guilt overpower our capacity for growth and correction. Only those with a steadfast commitment to personal growth can navigate this path, avoiding the pitfalls of guilt while still owning up to their actions. Principle 10. Forming positive alliances. The 10th principle underscores the importance of forming alliances with positive, uplifting individuals. It's interesting to note our instinctive reaction to physical health risks, like moving away from someone who sneezes to avoid getting sick. Yet, We often don't exercise the same caution to shield ourselves from one of the most damaging influences we encounter daily, the impact of those around us. Epictetus advised us to surround ourselves with people who inspire us to be our best. The behavior of those around us can significantly affect our mood and outlook. There are individuals who can sap our energy and sour our day, while others fill us with joy and vigor. Thus, one of the wisest choices we can make is to align ourselves with those who bring positive energy into our lives and distance ourselves from those who negatively impact our well-being and happiness. Principle 11. Mastering your reaction. The 11th principle emphasizes the pivotal role of our reactions in shaping our destiny. We often underestimate the power of our responses, but they are crucial in determining our success or failure. Epictetus strongly advocated for this idea, teaching that while we cannot control what happens to us, we have complete authority over how we handle these situations. Misfortunes can strike anyone, but our actions in response to these challenges set us apart. For instance, while some might see a divorce as a pathway to depression and a victim mindset, Epictetus viewed such events as prime opportunities for self-discovery and growth. It's essential to remember that your life's course is not dictated by external events, but by how you choose to respond and what actions you take in the aftermath. Principle 12. Always fulfill your duty. The 12th principle focuses on the importance of fulfilling our duty. Each of us plays a specific role in society and in the larger world. Just as the sun rises every morning without needing praise or encouragement, we too should perform our responsibilities. Nature provides a perfect example of each element doing its part seamlessly. If we only act or fulfill our obligations in anticipation of praise or acknowledgement, we are not only failing our environment, but also ourselves. Recognizing our duties and understanding that others may rely on them, we have a moral obligation to execute these tasks proactively without needing external reminders or incentives. This principle teaches the value of intrinsic motivation and responsibility in our daily roles. Principle 13. Responding to hatred with indifference. The 13th principle advises against harboring hatred for those who hate us. Instead, it suggests we should simply disregard them. Recognizing your own worth and superiority over those who criticize, scorn, or discriminate against you is key. Therefore, it's unnecessary to spend your valuable time feeling hatred towards such individuals, as they don't merit a place in your thought. This principle emphasizes the importance of not fearing or giving attention to those who intend to harm you. Their actions or words are merely regrettable attempts to affect you, which you can choose to ignore and thereby become immune to. Principle 14. Embracing simplicity. The 14th principle emphasizes the value of simplicity in our lives. In a world where we can easily surround ourselves with luxuries, why choose frugality? The rationale behind this is straightforward yet profound. Maintaining wealth and a luxurious lifestyle demands continuous commitment and significant daily effort. In contrast, a simpler way of living frees us from the constant pressure of managing finances, such as paying bills, loans, and credit card dues. Opting for simplicity allows us to focus on what truly matters, reducing stress and creating a more peaceful life. Principle 15. Maintaining control over your life. The 15th principle addresses the importance of retaining control over your life by not allowing others' comments and behaviors to affect you. When someone's actions or words have the power to make you angry, they effectively gain control over you. However, this only happens if you permit their actions to disturb you. Epictetus taught that within us lie many keys. Some unlock happiness, while others lead us towards emotional turmoil. When we react angrily to someone, we essentially hand them the key to our emotional well-being. The remedy to this is establishing a mental barrier that shields us from being impacted by others' attitudes. Recognizing that each individual owns their words and has the choice of what to absorb is crucial. By doing so, we maintain command over our reactions and emotions, safeguarding our peace of mind and autonomy. Principle 16. Valuing friendship over wealth. The 16th principle highlights the superiority of friendship over material wealth. Authentic friendships represent true wealth, as genuine friends are those who stand by us, even if our material fortunes were to vanish. Thus, investing time and effort in nurturing real friendships is akin to making a highly beneficial long-term investment. This principle underscores the enduring value and support that true friendships offer, far surpassing any material gains. Principle 17. Finding benefit in every situation. The 17th principle revolves around the idea of extracting benefits from every circumstance. Epictetus emphasized that it's not merely an option, but our responsibility to seek the positive in adverse situations. As long as we are capable of rational thought, we have the ability to discern advantages in challenging situations. For example, imagine being informed of your job termination. Instead of succumbing to despair or feeling that the universe is conspiring against you, you could view this as an opportunity to pursue a long-held entrepreneurial dream or a project that was sidelined due to work commitments. This principle encourages us to consistently seek the silver lining in every situation. Adopting this approach cumulatively over time can lead to greater advancement than merely focusing on setbacks. Principle 18. Letting go of what you can't control. The 18th principle advises us to stop fretting over things beyond our control. You have authority over your opinions, but not over your reputation. You can pursue your desires and ambitions with zeal, but you can't dictate the extent of your material wealth or the magnitude of your success. Worrying or becoming embittered about uncontrollable aspects is essentially choosing to squander valuable time. Epictetus encouraged us to focus on cultivating values and aspects of our lives that we can influence, while accepting and releasing those that are beyond our control, allowing fate to play its role. This Stoic approach is not only immensely practical for daily life, but also serves as a guide for navigating difficult periods with interest and resilience. Stoicism emphasizes practical application of knowledge rather than indulging in fantasies, advocating for a grounded and pragmatic approach to life's challenges. Looking ahead, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now that you've reached the conclusion, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share your insights by commenting Stoic Echoes below. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Looking forward to connecting with you again soon.